Okay, I think we're ready. We might be. I'm not too sure though. There we go. All right, let's pop out some chat. Close this window so I don't look at my numbers. Have Lo-Fi Girl playing, and we're good to go. Hello, everyone. Hopefully everybody's good today. Morning, morning. Hello, hello. Bum, 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 bum. Yada-da-dum. Hello, Glitch. Hello, Dolphin. Hello, Paradox Hyper. I'm just getting everything set up real quick here. Go to General. Type in at everyone. Is chat not appearing on the screen? Okay. Can somebody say something real quick? I just want to make sure chat's popping up. Skra. Okay, it works. Thank you. What are we even talking about today? I'm not even sure. Yeah. No, I read the message. I just haven't replied yet to the Discord message. That's pretty messed up, Thorn. That's like really messed up. And very, very disappointing to see. Very disappointing. I am not happy to see that they did that. Let's get the link. Live. Post. And send. Perfect. Okay, and now we can close Discord. Actually, you know what? I should pull up this message that was sent so I can refer to it. Hello, Niece. How you doing? How was everybody's week? Hopefully it was good. Drinking some water. Streams should now be a lot more comfortable. Fixed the AC. Just took off the filter. As soon as I took off the filter, AC worked way better. Who are we hate rating today for an interactive class? We aren't hate rating anybody today, Druid. But we are going to be doing some discussions. Webcomic, nice. That's pretty good. I'm doing good. But yeah, no hate rating. Somebody brought up a good topic for us to discuss today. A very good topic. Hello, Starlight. How you doing? Actually, there's a... I don't know. Should I talk about both topics today? Or I might want to save the other one for Monday.
Thank you for joining Class 1A.
Druid, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Nice, Murdoch. Hello, Dolphin. How are you? Kind of off topic. Nothing's off topic, so don't worry. Been in the news. But have you given your take on the VR chat slash EAC situation? No. What? So, what's happening with that? I don't even know anything about it. We could actually take a look at that live together. Let me look. Nice, Starlight. Congratulations on the new model reveal. I saw a notification on my phone. I have not looked at it yet, but we'll take a look at it after we're done looking at this VR chat. VR chat EAC? Is that what it is? Yeah, EAC. Let's see what pops up. Easy anti-cheats. Interesting. Okay. VR chat ban mods. Hello, Danica. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I've seen you on Twitter a lot. Welcome, welcome. Or was it Twitter or was it YouTube comments? I don't remember now. It was somewhere. I've seen you. I've seen your name a lot, which is good. Which is really good. Good evening, Nick. How are you? Yes, Twitter. Okay. So okay, what's happening? Without using anti-cheat. So what's the problem with anti-cheat? Like why are people trying to avoid it? I'm trying to. Oh, they're adding anti-cheat. Interesting. Why did VR chat ban all mods? Prima Games. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's take a peek. So this is an article from Prima Games. The drama surrounding the newest action taken by VR chat's developers is spreading like wildfire online, and as a result, result of many unhappy players, the game is being review bombed. Oh my god. Okay, we got to take a look at that later. And it seems as though what many are calling a dumpster fire is not going to extinguish itself anytime soon. So what exactly happened, and why did VR chat ban all mods? Oh my god, what the hell? Are you serious? All mods? Here's everything we know so far. Hey Kazooie, how you doing? All the LootTubers are crying? Oh, I would imagine so. Well, because VR chat developers, in their infinite wisdom and what we assume good intentions, decided to implement an easy anti-cheat EAC in the game, which isn't normally a bad thing in a lot of games, but okay, let's see. You may or may not know that easy anti-cheat, but chances are you played at least one title with EAC in it, such as Apex Legends, makes sense, Battlefield 2042, Black Desert Online, Chivalry 2, Darwin Project, Dauntless, Dead by Daylight, which almost every VTuber knows, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Dying Light, Lost Ark, Rust, Smite, and more. The list goes on. So EAC is literally everywhere. Okay. However, these are mostly competitive games where successfully cheats lead you to some sort of advantage, helps you win games or increase. Ooh, interesting. Squeakers in VR chat and a lot of not safe for work mods. Hello, Rena. How you doing? Why not, Mango? We'll hear out both sides. I'm glad they're going to say hear out. I don't know why it's in brackets. Basic idea was to keep malicious modders and hackers out of the community. There's been a lot of talk about people crashing legitimate players' games, causing distress in lobbies, and hacking with intent to ruin other people's experiences. You know what, too? You know what? That they probably... Hello, Annie. How you doing? That they probably have not mentioned yet is mods that steal people's models. I think EAC will help prevent people like from jacking other people's models. How was the con? You got the con flu now? However, there's a lot of controversy behind the anti-cheat related to its privacy users, working in the background when not necessary. Oh my god. Oh, shut up. Really? Resource consumption working in the background when not necessary? Okay. Clearly, like, they're not playing Valorant, or like every like anti-cheat does that. Not being effective enough to stop all hackers in games, because you literally can't stop all hackers in games. Hackers are always 2 or 3 steps ahead of game developers, but it helps prevent a lot more people than it allows in. And that's what they don't that's something they'll never admit. If there was no EAC, then literally the games would be rampant with a whole bunch of stuff where a lot of kids could just run some scripts. EAC prevents a lot more than it lets in. Let's face it, no anti-cheat software is perfect. An endless race between developers and cheats. Find new ways to bypass the anti-cheat, and developers of anti-cheat who are trying to discover how they bypass it so they can fix the situation. Many people generally do not like over-intrusive anti-cheat software because it has elevated privileges within their Windows system. Okay. Okay. I'm already annoyed by that one. Like, there's always a way around them, right? But like Valorant's anti-cheat like literally starts up with Windows, and millions of people still play Valorant. Like honestly, just get over it. To add insult to injury, despite VR chat announcing on Steam that we want to hear all feedback in the community. They also said the following: let's put up, follow, blah, blah, blah. We're going to be releasing this update. We do not have plans or intend to revert or roll it back, which many players have expressed they feel is a double down. It is, and have given a huge backlash. Okay. The real okay. I wonder, is there a website where we could find out? Does anybody know if there's a website where we could see the numbers? Like, has the numbers in VR chat actually dropped because of this like announcement? In the graphs above, you can see VR chat has lost about 40% of its daily active users. Yeah, I don't know, because like look at that. Like there's rises and dips everywhere. VR chat has been losing. If this graph is accurate, and let's assume that this graph is absolutely accurate. VR chat has been losing active like people for a long period of time. The thing is, we can't go off by a few days of data. You have to do it for weeks of data, like at least a week, to see what happened. 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, right? Oh, you DM me the current chart? Okay, let's take a look. Thank you, Thorn. Mucho apreciado. That's my Spanish for the day. So, of course, there's like a massive ad for Final Fantasy. There isn't a lot of people playing, only 35,000 people playing on average. But like, look at this. Like, almost nobody's playing it. It's gone up. Wow, there's only 8 people playing in 2017. Wow. But like, it's gradually gone up, right? The last 30 days. Now they've made this announcement within the last week. What's today? Today is the 29th. Okay, so this is literally throughout like a few days. Look at the dip. There's no real dip in it. There's almost no dip. Almost no dip whatsoever. Right? This is all standard stuff. 14 there, 14 there. So, like, as a 1700, which is at 5 o'clock, which is now. This is like basically now. There's 21,000 people playing it, which is average for them. 24. Okay. I don't know. It's not. It's when did they make this announcement? When was this announcement? Like a couple of days ago. So this article's from yesterday, but when was the actual announcement? I'd say they've at least lost the players that have accessibility issues, hearing, or vision because they removed the mods that make the game playable for them. Okay, but okay, so the problem that I say with the hearing and vision problems is how many people actually had hearing or vision problems that were actually playing the game. Like percentage wise of the population, probably way less than 1%, I would imagine. So is it really that big of a impact? I don't know. Is it going to suck for those people? Absolutely. But will the VR chat devs allow those mods in the future? I hope so. Where to begin for the negative sides? People who are partially disabled are now left in the dark without quality of life mods made by the community. So as somebody was, Krim was saying, many players have been using QOL mods to allow them to play when either couldn't do so. I'm curious on how many people were actually using it, the quality of life mods, like actively. Players are questioning why VR chat can't compromise to have an official game alongside blah, 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 modded variant because nobody would play it. Some community mods managed to prevent crashing, and in general, low-end PCs will now have performance issues due to AMD, Intel, NVIDIA not being allowed to use any more virtual machines with Windows on them. Oh, that would suck. Okay, I would imagine that would suck, like, hard. Well, this wasn't a... They really didn't cover a lot of positives. Like, this was mostly a negative article. There wasn't a lot of positives. So from the 25th, so 23rd right here is 23,000. 28th is 18,000. So there was a little bit of a dip, but not a whole lot. Like, not a whole lot at all. Maybe 4,000 people. Can we go back further? Can we go, like, 17? They lost, like... Oh, I don't know, chat. Maybe 2,000 on some days. Like, other days, it's... Yeah, 3,000? Maybe? They're back up right now as it from 1,500, 1,600, 1,700. 1,700, which is right now, there's 21,000 people playing it. I don't see a dip. I don't see a dip. I really do not see a dip. Now, let's talk about the real reason why they probably did it. Shall we? Shall we talk about the actual reason why they probably did this? This is like... I guarantee you, chat, this is the real reasons. How do I know this, though? How does Senpai know the real reasons? Good night? Good night. I used to play a game called Second Life. Second Life is basically VR chat, but old school. Like, honestly, like Second Life has been around for almost 20 years. It's been around forever, right? The biggest problem that Second Life had is literally people stealing other people's work. I can't spell today or ever. IP theft, which is another big problem. And for the most part, that is why Second Life banned those mods. IMVU, same thing, right? IMVU was another one which was like very, very, very popular. IMVU came after Second Life, and VR chat is just a new iteration of both of those combined. But literally, This is why VR chat banned it. IP theft of large companies, right? And like what's some stuff that they could have probably stolen? Like logos, uh swag, right? Um sound clips, right? There could have been illegal movie viewing, right? Like I know this shit. I know 100% this stuff was happening. I know it. Uh Stealing avatars, right? From large streamers, that was 100% happening, right? But literally it's pirated everything. This is why VR chat's devs did it. Probably they most likely, I could guarantee you, they got contacted by a large company, said fix it or we sue. I guarantee you this is what it is. Like I promise you this is what it is. And this is the only reason why they did something this drastic. So if they didn't get contacted, if they didn't get caught, I think this would have been continuing forever, just like how it would just like how it would still happen on Twitch. Right? People were watching illegal movies and content on Twitch all over the place. And then Twitch got contacted by these giant companies. Twitch is like now cracking down on all that stuff, you know, ban hammers and everything. But this is 100% the reason, because of IP theft, right? A lot of people are going to be like, well, what about the small creators that complained about it? Nobody cared. Literally nobody cared about the small creators and their complaints. It was a large company that reached out to them, contacted them, and this is why we are where we are right now with this particular situation. Which, does it suck for the community overall? Absolutely. Does the community suffer because of this? Yes, absolutely. But just like how they said, it's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. Does that suck? Yes, absolutely. Can we do anything about it? I don't know. Now, I'm kind of curious what the reviews are. VR chat Steam. Let's take a look on how bad the review bombs are. Holy shoot. They are bad. This is why you can't have, oh my god. This is literally why kids can't have internet. Right here. Like honestly, this is why a lot of people like can't have the internet, because they're not they are absolutely not willing to look on why things are being implemented. Right? 430 hours on record playing VR chat. Are you? No, you're not going to quit it. You're going to go back in like 2 weeks. 376 hours, same thing. This guy has 3,000 hours on record. This game has saved my life, to be honest. I was in a dark spot, alone, no friends. Like, but what killed it was not the hackers or the rippers or the crashers. No, it was greed. If I was not for this game, I would have committed suicide. Wow, that's pretty dark. With how alone I was before I found this game, I just hope we don't have to watch it die. 9,000 hours. The uninstall button works great. 2,000 hours, almost 1,000 hours there. 1,600 hours. There's a lot of actually positive reviews here. I'm surprised. I don't know. Like, VR chat, last time I checked, is a free game. It's free to play. So they're literally not missing anything. They didn't spend a dime. The specs for it is not that high. It's pretty low. I don't know. Like 292 hours, 300 hours on record. That's a lot of time. Just play another game. Like, hey, Realist, thank you for the 5 months of membership. I went in there, it was up in flames when they doubled down. But like, why wouldn't they double down? Literally, they probably can't say it because of like for like reasons, but like I said right here, IP theft. You run around VR chat for like 5 minutes, you could find something that was IP theft. Hell, chat, we know for a fact, and like a very well known fact, that there's anime avatars running around, right? Like when I first played VR chat, I was running around as Kirito from SAO, legitimately, right? There is like, if we literally go right here to YouTube real quick, we type in VR chat, we're gonna find like stolen IP. So let's just go, I don't know, let's not click on like a newer video. Like, look at that, Dora the Explorer in VR chat. Literally, Dora the Explorer. Like, and we didn't even spend 5 minutes looking, but let's keep going. Like, there we go. I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is. It's, I don't know. Secret World. I don't know if this is a good video to watch. Probably not. I don't know how many different IPs this is, or if these are custom made characters or avatars. Discord, doxing, and devils. I don't know. Like, right there. Right there. Spartan armor. Completely ripped from Halo. Somebody's just chilling on Master Chief's lap. Like, this is why, right here. 100%. They got contacted, something happened, and people are going to use VR chat regardless. There is some HBO documentary on VR chat. I forget what it's called though. Last time I saw it was in the app. Yeah, probably. So, you know what the best thing about all this though, honestly, the best thing, that's the real truth right there. That is 100% the real truth. And honestly, like nobody will really care in 2 weeks. There will be people. I promise you, there will be people that will that will care, but the vast majority won't. They're going to log back in. I don't think you need mods. No, so to upload on VR chat, you need to have X amount of hours, and friends. And then once you meet that threshold of X amount of hours that you have on VR chat and X amount of friends on your friends list, then you are allowed to upload to VR chat your model. Right? The thing is, people install mods to get past that. Right? There's a lot of mods people install to get past that kind of thing. So it's going to hinder a lot of that. Are they able to cut it out 100%? No. Of course not. But it's going to cut down on probably the bigger players that are uploading illegal content. Like for me, the reason why I wouldn't play VR chat with my VTube avatar, like my 3D VTube avatar, is because I was very concerned of it being stolen. Even though I check off do not copy, blah 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 blah, private upload, blah 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 blah, people have mods where they just completely download them. So this would help protect people like in VShojo or independent VTubers. So there is some positive sides to this, but will they find a workaround for the mods? Probably. Let's be honest. VR chat is not that secure of a game. I don't know. Okay. So let's get into today's lesson since we've been here for like half an hour talking about VR chat. I've heard it's not safe and avoid theft. Yeah. Getting your Mars stolen in VR chat has nothing to do with your own settings, entirely dependent on someone else's in the room hacking client. Yeah. Exactly. You guys are getting it. So, Vesa, we're going to shift gears real quick here to today's topic, which I totally forgot. What's today's topic? What's today's topic again? What did I post in Discord? VTuber hate. VTuber hate and how to deal with. So Vesa sent me like quite almost literally a novel that was almost longer than Harry Potter. But I'm gonna just break it down real quick. So Vesa has a friend. So let's break this down. Has a friend, or friend is worried about getting hate online as a VTuber. Worried about specifically being on a hate thread. The hate thread is called Kiwi Farms. That's a specific hate thread that they're worried about. So let's talk about that. I think 4chan was the other one that Vesa mentioned. So Kiwi Farms, 4chan, stuff like that is pretty scary to deal with. Let's be honest. Let's be very honest here. Hate sucks, right? Being hated sucks, especially when you're a new VTuber out there. Definitely sucks more when you're a larger VTuber out there. But one thing we need to acknowledge and understand that no matter what, you will get hate for no reason. Okay? We need to establish that right off the bat. No matter what, you will be disliked for things that are out of your control. That is a fact. Okay? Now, the thing is, and I'm going to try to help you guys as much as possible in this kind of field. These are the things we could kind of avoid, or things we can do to kind of avoid hate. All right. Number one, do not, or let's say don't post all over Twitter. Stay in your niche. And mostly post things on your wall and not so much others. Right? That's one way you can be absolutely safe on Twitter. As you guys know, I always tell you to go on Twitter because honestly, it's a great way for you to grow as a VTuber, especially posting your stuff, right? Letting people know when you go live, so on and so forth. But kind of stay in your lane type thing. Another thing we can do is try your best posting things on Twitter / Facebook / Instagram / Discord that might be, what's the word? Let's say controversial, right? So let's give it some examples of that, i.e., politics. Right? Politics is a great way to separate your fandom, is a great way to just absolutely alienate half of your audience. Yeah, you guys are saying it. Religion. Unless these are your niches, I'd say avoid them. But if these are your niches, then you're going to be getting hate regardless. Sorry to say. That's if you're going to be discussing politics and religion, especially on a live stream platform, you're going to get hate. There's no avoiding it. So politics, religion. There was a thing where it was going around where people were doing take a day off Twitch, right? Taking a day off Twitch movement, right? Participating in those kind of things, believe it or not, will alienate a good portion of your audience, because they're, believe it or not, a lot, not even people that follow you and agree with you are not actually in that mindset. They actually don't agree with you. There is a portion of those people that are just there just to like give you support and like give you a thumbs up. Like, honestly. And another thing that, and this is one thing that is very, very common that VTubers do. This is mainly a VTuber things, but VTubers getting on any kind of negative bandwagon. So, for example, uh, we'll do another one here, i.e., the Nux drama that was happening. A lot of people went into the Nux drama and they were taking sides without listening to both sides. They were they were either team Iron Mouse or they were team Nux. And yeah, a lot of people hate VShojo now because of that, but a lot of people were hating Nux right off the bat without, again, listening to both sides. I've had people talk or ask me about it. I gave like a very basic overview. I said it sucked for both sides, and truthfully, that's where I mostly kept it. But there were VTubers that went in hard, either Team Nux or Team Iron Mouse, and again, that alienated half their audience. It's not worth it. It's good to just keep your nose out of other people's business, because honestly, that was his drama. That was something that should have been dealt with in DMs between those two people, between both parties, and that's where it should have stayed. Nobody else but those two should have been involved. So, when people bang the drama drum, you gotta just avoid it. You might want to give your opinion. I get that, but just avoid it. Unless you are 100%, or not even 100%, but like you're very confident in your knowledge of the topic. But if you're if you are 100% confident in the knowledge of the topic, chances are you don't know anything about the topic. So we got these two things here. Don't post all over Twitter. Stay in your niche. Mostly post positive things on your wall. Not so much others. Try to avoid posting things on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Discord that might be controversial. Sure, yeah, okay, that's a good one. Yeah, getting into beef with other content creators, right? So there's a good example of this one, i.e., Bunny GIF. Bunny GIF was maybe still am. I don't want to know personally. Yeah, Greek God X is another one, but we'll keep it to VTuber examples. So Bunny _ GIF was in recently a very big drama session with Lanners, with a whole bunch of other cosplayers as well. And again, all that stuff was done online in Twitter universe, not really in DMs. And it just made two different fandoms just fight each other. And again, it's been over a month. Nobody remembers. Nobody really cares about it anymore, except for the parties involved, mostly on one side than the other. But if you guys like dislike another content creator, truthfully, like let's say I really disliked Rayless for whatever reason. I don't know. Let's just say I didn't like. Oh, you know what? This is a good example. Great example. This is actually something you guys can relate to. So, don't like Rayless because he grew faster. This is one you guys can actually relate to. So Rayless, he used to be mostly an educational VTuber. He changed his content to lore based. Once he changed his content, he went from, maybe a couple of subscribers a day to like a giant spike. He went through the roof. He really did. I think he's like 20K now, something like that. Might be even higher. I don't know. But There are people that dislike others because they grow faster. Oh, he's at 35. Okay, so he's at 35K now. So he shot right past. And sometimes people don't like other people because of that. And this is more of a you thing. If you don't like somebody because their numbers or they're making completely different content or and they shot right past you, that's more of a you thing of why you don't like that person. One thing I will suggest to you guys is if you don't like somebody, like a fellow content creator, look at it outside the box and be like, why do I dislike this person? Is it something that they did wrong to me, or is it because of jealousy? If it's because of jealousy, then this creator really didn't do anything wrong and you're just being really petty about it. Let's be perfectly honest. Now, if Realist did something wrong, the thing that you should do is reach out to that content creator. So if Realist wronged me in some way, let's say Realist, let's say I talked about an idea on stream and Realist made a video of it 30 seconds later. Then this actually happened, by the way. I wasn't mad about it, but if I was mad about it, I would have just approached Realist, been like, hey, Realist, I don't think that was cool. That was a bit of a dick move. And I would have talked it out with him. Right? I would have actually talked it out with him and not let it fester. But the problem is a lot of people, they let things fester and they allow it to build up and they just start hating this person on this thing, right? Because of one negative thing. And now they treat that person as doing negative things all the time. Don't do that. So if that person's wronged you, this is some things you can do. And this is what I really, really think you guys should do. Talk to them about it. Okay? As best as you can. Okay? Literally, as best as you can. Okay? If they choose not to reply or ignore you, then literally ignore, and Andrea just said it, and block. And move on. Bite your tongue, move on. Literally. Just move on. If this person reaches out to you in the future for a collab or whatever, great. You could talk about it then, but just honestly, just move on. It's not that important. I don't know why the VTubing community more than anything holds grudges, but my God, you guys do. But if you do this, it will help you actually avoid a lot of drama, especially ending on sites like Kiwi Farms of 4chan. If you choose not to ignore it and you do like a public blast, and you turn out and the crowd thinks that you were in the wrong, you're screwed. Let's be honest. If you guys put somebody on blast and you were actually in the wrong, that will backfire. Right? We see it all the time on TikTok when people like record, like when Karens record themselves trying to put down other people. It backfires. They lose their job, they lose their livelihood, they lose their husbands, right? Same thing here. And we've seen that in the VTubing community. So don't put people on blast, right? Maybe that person was just having a bad time in their life. Maybe they were going on antidepressants. Maybe they needed antidepressants. We don't know what a lot of these people are actually going through when you have these particular interactions with them. So again, best to reach out to them. If they choose not to reply or ignore you, ignore them, block, and move on. And don't put them on public blast. Okay. So these are the things that we could probably do actively to avoid these things. There's probably a lot more that you guys could list, but let's be honest, this is probably like majority. Okay. Now, like I was saying in the beginning of this talk, of this TED Talk, we're going to reiterate it here. No matter what, you will get hate for no reason. No matter what, you'll be disliked for things that you are out of control. So, what's some examples of this? Let's talk about that. Examples are people not liking your model. A great example of this particular example is Mary Yume. Mary Yume, I don't know if she still is. She at least was. Also a VTuber educator. I don't know if she's changed different paths since then, but she used to be a VTuber educator, but people really, really harped on her model. Really disliked her model. And some reasons people thought were valid. Other reasons people thought were very invalid. There's nothing that she could have done about it, truthfully. It was her model. It was how it was drawn, and it was something that she liked. So that happens. It really does. And I promise you right now, chat, the day that the new wave of Niji Sanji members went live, I promise you, the first few minutes, there was hate of their model reveals. I promise you there was. Somewhere on Reddit, there was hate threads talking crap about every single person in Niji Sanji and how their models looked. Right? Somebody mentioned it, but not liking your voice. Right? A great example is the anime girl voice. Some people call it the lolly voice, right? There are people in the VTuber fandom that do not like that. There are people in the VTuber fandom that absolutely go wild and crazy for it. If that is part of your character, if that is part of your model, if that is part of your online identity, not much you can do about it. That is part of you, I'm sorry to say, right? And you cannot control that. People will dislike you for no reason because of that. Another thing too, I'm sorry, I need some water. Games you play. Right? There are some people that absolutely hate when people play VR chat, for example, right? Or Doki Doki. I've seen VTubers getting a lot of crap. Oh, you're just a VTuber that wants to ride the wave. You're playing VR chat because that's where you get the most success and success really fast, right? Or, oh, you're being super lewd and you're playing Doki Doki. Like, it's just a game. Does it really matter? No. Is it going to ruin your day? Probably not. But to some people, this matters to them. It really does. And it's crazy, but it happens. And honestly, I feel like these examples right here, at least these three, are very out of your control. They really are. Do you think there might be a bias against other based on their gender, male or female? So that's a very, very good question. Very good question. So And you know what? I'm very happy you mentioned that. Let's talk about that real quick. Hate between male versus female um VTubers. There is a lot of hot debate between these. We're not going to cover them all because I don't have a life that's that long to cover all the hate between the male and VTubers, male and female. But a lot of people are under the opinion, um, let's say under the opinion that females VTubers grow faster and get more of a fandom. Now, this is true and not true. I want to say this is more 50-50 true and not true. A lot of people blame lewd VTubers for their growth and quick success. That is to a degree true. Let's be honest. Massive bobas that are barely covered does have a sex appeal and will draw in an audience. Typically, the audience that it draws in is viewers that you probably won't want in your stream anyway, so you're not really missing out on much. This is a discussion that we talked about many times on this live stream. A lot of you are new, so let's go over it real quick. There is a reason why male VTubers do not grow as fast as female VTubers. And as females, and these are 100% factual. If you disagree, you have every right to do so. But if you disagree, you're wrong. I'm sorry. This is literally what it is. Okay? I promise you. I really promise you this. They do not, most of the time, talk to their audience. If you go to a lot of male VTubers right now, on Twitch, on YouTube, all over, different websites, 99% of the time, they are just playing video games. And 99% of their focus is on the game. Honestly, that's what it is. That's one of the major factors. They are not very social. And VTubing, more times than not, is a social thing. You gotta interact with your audience. If you look at the large streamers out there that are males, you will see that they talk to their chat a crap ton. Even when they're gaming. They're like 50, 60, 70% of their attention is on the chat, and whatever's left over is on the game. Right? I've went to many male VTubers and just male streamers in general. Truthfully, you can send a hi to them, and a few minutes later they'll respond and be like, "Oh, hey, bro." That's it. That's all they will say. They'll say, "Hey, bro." They won't ask you how you are. They won't ask you how your day is. They won't try to get to talk to you. They do not care that you are there. I've literally subbed to somebody with a Twitch Prime. They got their notification on the screen. They did. Okay? They saw it. They said thank you. Nothing else happened. They stayed quiet and they focused on their game. Why do I want to stay? I'm sorry to say, and if you get offended, I'm sorry. This is going to be a thing. This might be not the stream for you, but 99% of male streamers, male VTubers that just focus on playing video games suck at the video games. A lot of people really are garbage at Valorant, really are garbage at Call of Duty. Nobody is watching you for your gameplay, right? People like Shroud, people like, well, I can only really think of Shroud because Shroud interacts with his audience maybe once every 10 minutes, right? But people like Shroud can focus on the game 99% because people watch him for his gameplay, because he's nailing crazy headshots, because he's doing crazy things in the game. They're there to watch him play. Where a lot of these people are really god awful at the game. They're not there for the game. They're there to get to know you. How do I know this? How do I know this is a true fact? I'm glad you asked me, little Timmy, because I used to stream Rainbow Six Siege. Okay? I am garbage at Rainbow Six Siege. This was before I was a VTuber. Okay? Absolutely garbage at Rainbow Six Siege. I could not play that game. I could not get multiple kills. I just sucked. But I had 30 average viewers. And every time new viewers came in, they were shocked. They were shocked. They're like, whoa, you really talk to chat. Not a lot of people do that. Because I was talking to them. I was getting to know them. I knew the names of their dogs. I knew that they had kids. I knew if they liked pineapple on pizza or not, because we had endless discussions about that. Right? I talked to people in lobbies. I was a social person. I was probably the only social person in Rainbow Six Siege at that time. Right? I spent the time to get to know the people in my community. Now I wish I could, but there's too many of you. Way too many of you. Right? But I still talk to you guys when I'm gaming. Right? When I go live on Twitch on the odd Wednesdays, I talk to you guys as much as possible. Because that's how you grow. Do you have tips to talking to chat during gameplay? Yeah. Don't focus on the game. Focus on your chat first. Have your chat window as close to the game as possible. As the second you see a message, you reply to it immediately. Who cares if you die? You reply to that message. Before you go live, write down a whole bunch of topics. Right? How many layers is there in a lasagna if you combine two lasagnas and you stack one on top of the other? How many holes does a straw have? Can bugs feel pain? Those are ones that we went over so many times, like until the cows came home, right? Those are just like a few topics right there. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Can VTubers feel pain? Sure, right? Exactly. You guys are coming up with like really good stuff, right? Narrate what you're doing. If you are somebody that doesn't have an audience, right? Talk about what you're doing. Talk about what you plan on doing. Talk about, I heard somebody in the corner. Because remember, chat, and a lot of you guys don't know this, but your audience can't hear what you can hear. They sometimes cannot see what you see because the bit rate lowers the audio quality to your viewers. So they will not hear all the audio cues that you hear. Talk about that. I think I heard somebody in the red room. Oh yeah, I hear their footsteps. I know you guys can't hear, but I can hear their footsteps in red room. We're going to slow peek around the corner. I think he heard me ADS. Okay, we're going to pull back a little bit. I'm going to throw in a flashbang. Okay, flash is off. We're going in. We're going in. We're going in. Boom, we got the kill. We're done. Now we're going to teabag him. Right? That's me just thinking of stuff on top of my head. Talk about it. If you're in an MMO, talk about where you're going to go. Hell, if you're in an MMO streaming on Twitch, watch Asmongold, copy Asmongold. Spend 20 minutes watching a video and react to it. How do you seem more lively? honestly, that comes over time. When you guys start out, you will be boring. You will be monotone. You know what? You know what we're going to do? You guys think, okay. Chat, right now, am I lively? Am I lively? Am I reaction? Like, do you guys see me engaged? Right? Do you guys think I'm lively? Good. Remember that answer. Remember that answer right now. Oh my god, this VTuber Senpai is damn ads.
Pizza only at Little Caesars.
I kind of want pizza now. Oh my god, this guy is ads. 2 of 2? Seriously?
Be smart with your money and stay on top of spending with CIBC Insight. CIBC Smart Everyday Banking.
How to stream with Luppet on Twitch. My name is Anubis Lives. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. PST. Links for my Twitch and all my social media down below. I am so monotone, I'm putting myself to sleep. Literally. Yeah, Annie says it sounds like I just woke up. I was awake for hours. You guys don't know how long this video took me to make. But my God. Right? The hoodie was more lively. Exactly. Like, it was horrible. Right? It was horrible. So, stuff like that, I promise you, develops over time. Okay? You will sound very monotone. You will not seem lively, but that does change. I promise you, okay? I promise you. It will change over time. I guarantee it. So, okay. Back to what I was saying. Is chill necessarily a good aesthetic? Yeah. Chill? Having a chill stream? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So, back to what we were saying here. Males, they don't talk to their audience. They're not as interactive. Okay. This used to be the case, and I'm actually very shocked nowadays on how much this isn't the case, but this might be a case here and there a little bit. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. But a lot, like I'm talking like a year ago, a lot of male VTubers look the same. I legitimately, like the clones from Star Wars, the Clone Wars, male VTubers looked like that. Everybody had the exact same face. The only thing that was different was their hairstyle and maybe the clothes they wore. Maybe. And I mean maybe. Right? And it for the most part, yeah, it looks like the Clone Wars is over. I did a post yesterday, and somehow I don't know why, but Twitter duplicated my post again today, which is I'm kind of glad happened. But there's a lot of people changing it up now. Thank God, right? But you know, a lot of male VTubers look the same. Another reason too that I've really noticed, and this is mostly males, mostly male VTubers, not so much female VTubers. Twitch page. They do not have any kind of about me. They don't have any kind of bio. They don't have anything. You know what they do have? That's it. That's all they have. Literally, they will have a tipping panel. But you go to the majority of female female VTubers, they got bios, they got their favorite color, they got their cat's name, they got the dog's name, they got their celestial star, the like if they're a Pisces or an Aries and what that means and who they interact with, and they got rules, and they got their favorite color, like I mentioned before, their favorite anime, they got what they would do if there was a hurricane, they got commands, they got literally everything. Like if you wanted to know anything about a female VTuber, you can literally look at their profile and you'll find everything you need to know. But a lot of male VTubers, they'll have a tip panel. They won't even have a donation panel. They'll have the tip panel, which they shouldn't have, but because they should be donate. We have a video on that. But like quite literally, they'll just have that one panel. They'll have the one panel. That is it. Nobody's going to stay to a streamer. And I promise you, some of you guys will say, yes, you would. I know you wouldn't. A majority of you at least. But nobody's going to be there if all you have is a tip panel or sponsor panels. Because it makes you just look, it literally just makes you look like you just want money. And honestly, it is 100% A-okay. A-okay. If you are streaming to make money. That's perfect. You're honest about it. But for Pete's sake, have other things on there. Because if you only have a tip panel and sponsor panels on your Twitch page, then the viewers only think that they're there because you see them as a paycheck. And a lot of male VTubers see that. I agree with you. A tip panel but no bio, I agree that's stupid. It's very stupid, but that's what they do. They do. I promise you. Look around. Look around. If you guys don't believe me, please go look. Go look. It's nuts, right? Male VTubers. You know, one thing I've noticed about male VTubers more than females, truthfully, and it hurts me to say this, not really, but male VTubers always want to collab. They talk about collabing like religious people talking about Jesus. Collab this, collab that. Bro, you need to collab with me. Bro, you need to collab. Bro, honestly, collab with me, bro. Bro, why aren't you collabing with me? Bro, collab this. Bro, collab that. Collab, collab, collab. You know what female VTubers are doing? Turning on the stream. They don't care. They'll go live solo. A lot of them. A lot of them will go solo. Not all of them. Some of them rely on collabs. But a vast majority of male VTubers collab. Not all of them, of course. There are some that don't. Right? But a good portion. Okay, and this one will be my last one. Of course, there are millions of examples why male VTubers don't grow as fast as females. But let me tell you the last one. It's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up. But guys, male VTubers, let's be real. No filter. There are so many male VTubers out there that will talk about the girl that they slept with the night before. Or they'll be talking about girls' bobas, or talking about sexual acts, how they like certain sexual acts on stream. Again, if you guys don't believe me, trust me, go check them out. I promise you, you could find one probably within an hour. But there's no filter. Right? They'll talk about how they're a Giga Chad in IRL, how they slay girls every night. They'll have blah 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 69 in their title. Right? Like, don't. Or what they'll do is like they'll kill that person, or they'll kill somebody in a game, and they'll call them homophobic slurs, racial slurs, blah 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 blah. Right? I've seen male VTubers do that. This isn't exclusively male. I've seen some female VTubers do some similar stuff as well. You know, I'm not gonna lie. There are female VTubers that do the same. But there's a lot of male VTubers that do that. Let's be honest. Right? So, yeah. Now, I'm not going to say a lot of female VTubers are doing some pretty cringy stuff as well. Let's be real. Both sides have their positives. Both sides have their negatives. Right? But I'm just talking about why a lot of male VTubers just don't grow as fast as females. And this is mostly the reason right here. Okay? Mostly the reason. And in this no filter, they're talking about how female VTubers with large bobas are growing faster than them. Right? And honestly, that's just how they do it. Right? That's what they do. Again, you guys don't want their viewers. I promise you, you don't want horn dogs hitting on you. In your live stream. It's not that fun. I promise you. Chat, like back in the day, Thorntail will probably remember this one. I'm hoping he does. But I used to have a female viewer come into the live stream and be super sexual with me. Like honestly, would ask me if I was a top or a bottom, how I liked intercourse. Like it was crazy cringe, and I ignored it. Right? Like I felt uncomfortable. And then I made massive rule changes and everything, and thankfully that changed them and made them go away, and we don't see them in the community anymore, right? But oh my god, it was bad. It was just bad. Okay. So that sums up why males don't grow as fast as females. Males, don't complain about the females that have large bobas. Button your stuff up. Watch VTuber Senpai, learn how to grow from VTuber Senpai, and trust me, you'll grow. Trust me, you will grow. Okay. Now, somebody was saying or asking a question. What about finding viewers? Finding new viewers. Okay. Chat, finding new viewers. How did you guys find me? How did you guys find me? Yoria, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. How do you guys find viewers? How did you guys find me? How did you guys find YouTube, VTuber Senpai? Random stumbling? Okay, that's interesting. YouTube recommended you? Okay. You searched Niji Sanji? Oh, okay. That's still ranking for some reason. YouTube channel, right? Mostly YouTube, I'm gonna say. Majority of you. Some of you are going to probably say Twitter, I would imagine. No way I show up how to be an anime girl online. There's no way I show up for that. Vesa, I'm going to look that up right now. I'm going to look that up right now. I better not show up. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God I don't show up for that anymore either. Okay. Okay. Thankfully, I'm deranking in other areas. I'm happy with that. Okay. Random got recommended after discovering VTubers. Okay, fair enough. Oh, was it VTubering is pain? Is that what I ranked for? VTubing is pain. Ah, crap. Oh, please don't show up. Please don't show up. Please don't show up. Oh my God. Okay. At least I'm not ranking number 1. At least I'm not. Oh crap, I am number 1. Oh, because I made a thing. Because I used to rank number 1 in live streams. So I'm number 1 and I'm number 5. All right. Well, at least Fia's in the list too. Why am I in the list way more? What the hell? Why am I in the list way more than everybody else? What the fuck? I'm in here way more than anybody. What the hell? Why? You know what? Yeah, well, screw you too, YouTube. I don't know anymore. But yeah, that's how you guys find new viewers. Truthfully, make YouTube content. I promise you, you guys will find viewers. You will find subscribers. You'll find so many things. Oreo the DJ, chat, literally, Oreo the DJ probably found me on TikTok, right? And Oreo did tag me in a new VTuber app that was full mocap, right? TikTok, YouTube Shorts, a YouTube channel. I promise you, chat, it will help you grow. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. I promise. Okay? These other medias other than Twitch will help you out. I promise. Okay, but let's go back to the last question of that over-sexual person who was in the community. This was a very good question. Was there a reason why you didn't ban right away? There was a reason. There was actually a reason for this. And not a good one. So, I don't know how many viewers I have right now. Let's take a peek. Let's see how many viewers I got. I got 30 people watching me. Back in the day, I didn't have that many people watching me here on YouTube because I did the massive switch from Rainbow Six Siege content to streaming here on YouTube, so on and so forth. But I had like 10 viewers at a time at that point. And I didn't want to have less. And when you're at a certain viewer count, to a degree, you feel like every viewer does count. Yeah, exactly. Afraid to ban them to lose a view. Exactly. So I didn't want to lose the viewer. And I was wrong for not nipping that in the butt. You should, if somebody's making you feel uncomfortable, making your viewers feel uncomfortable, and actually, believe it or not, it was actually causing people to leave because of how over sexual this person was getting. You need to get rid of them. And because I truly feel, because I got rid of that person, more people kept coming back, more people kept on staying and watching for a longer period of time. So you need to nip it in the butt, or in the butt or whatever. And you got to get rid of them. You do. You really, really do. Just, you have to get rid of them. Yeah, if they're your only viewer, it's gonna suck. It really will. But it's better for your health in the long run. And honestly, the over-sexualization, it wasn't just in the live stream they were doing it in. It was in the Discord as well. And and I had a Discord that was probably less than 500 members at the time. Right? And it was truthfully causing people to leave. Because I didn't want to lose this one person. I didn't want to lose that one extra number. Hindsight's 2020 now, and I will promise you guys, and I beg you guys, if you got somebody that's dragging you down, dragging down the stream, and this goes for people that are doing the emotional dumpers, right? Well, there's a proper word for them. But the drama dumpers? Is that what I'm thinking of? Drama dumping? I think that's the right word. Drama dumpers. But like people that are trauma dumpers. Thank you. Trauma dumpers. Thank you. People that come into your community that are always poor me. This happened to me today. This happened to me the other day. My life sucks. You know, just bringing down the vibe of the server because they're always talking about poor me. You got to nip that in the bud and get rid of them. Or at the very least, have a talk with them. Have a talk with them. Be like, hey, this is not the proper place to do it. We can't have that kind of talk in this Discord. If you need to talk to me about it. Send me a DM or send them the helpline, right? Suicide helpline or free psychiatry helpline, right? But you guys are not a psychologist. A lot of you are not trained psychologists. Believe it or not, you guys are liable if you try to help somebody that's going through some trauma and they decide to commit suicide. You are liable for that. Best to it sounds bad to say, but refer them to professionals. Okay, it's not your problem. You are a content creator. You're here to entertain people. You really are. And putting that kind of emotional stress onto yourself is not healthy for you, not good for you, and should not happen. Yeah, VTubers are not therapists. We are not therapists, chat. Don't take that upon yourself. Send them off to people that are the trained professionals. Okay? We had an incident like that happened about a month ago. We put a stop to that immediately. I had the person contact me. We talked about it. We talked some stuff through. I referred them to some places. That's all you can do, okay? Really. So, yeah, trauma dumpers, get rid of them. Nicely, but get rid of them, okay? I promise you, it's good for your community. It's good for you. It's good for your mental health. Okay, so that's my reason why. It wasn't a good reason. Don't do what I did. Thank you so much for coming by. Have a great sleep. Thank you. There are VTubers who do live consultation streams, but those are done with Google Form in advance. Yeah. Do that if you're a trained professional, though. Only if you're a trained professional. Please. Please, 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 please. Okay? Only when you have that degree is when you should do that. Not before. Get the degree first, then do the rest. I think that's probably solid advice I could give you guys on that one. A lot of people probably do the same if you're helping out those types. Yeah. Are we going to have an audition guide soon? Yeah, actually. So we did have a member of this community get into a corp, a very popular VTubing corp. I was shared with some information. I did learn a lot of different information from different sources as well. So I do plan on kind of like making a better course for you guys, a better layout on what we can expect, what we can look for, what they expect, and what they look for as well. We are also going to have a audition video that we're going to look at from somebody that did make it into a corp. And we're going to see how they did their audition video. We're going to break it down a little bit and look at what you guys can do to improve your audition videos. And as well, we're going to look at some Niji Sanji audition guides. So that is planned for the future. I don't know if it's going to be next week or the week after. Not too sure yet, but I'll let you guys know. Really, when I think they debuted on Sunday. So was it leaked? It was leaked. Yeah, it was leaked. I think they purposely leaked it. They're no longer with that corp anyway, so I don't think they cared, which kind of makes sense. But yeah. Do VTubers do music instruments / videos? I think VTubers should. Let's go back to regular
A
screen.
super chat? Well,
Perfect.
thank you.
How many topics should we plan for a stream? Depending on what your niche is, really. Topics wise, 1 or 2, right? I would say 1 or 2 topics is probably your best bet. Don't have too many topics because you're just going to be all over the place. But 1 or 2 solid topics will really help you out. I'm just trying to read the messages, making sure I'm not missing anything. I'm a VTubing DJ mainly on TikTok for now, but YouTube soon. I hope to see you on YouTube. I really do. Make sure your content's all over the place. All over. Please, 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 please. People love to see that kind of thing. How do you pick a niche? What's your hobby? What are you good at? That's how you pick your niche. What are you passionate about? That's the easiest way to pick your niche, right? Is there a particular game you like that isn't covered that much? Like, for example, Annie. Annie is a Swedish VTuber that makes fantastic content about Star Stable Online. She honestly makes great content about it. It's a game that doesn't get much coverage, especially in her country. So, she stuck with that niche, and it worked great for her. Not really a VTuber, but it's still a great example, right? You don't have to be a VTuber. Some of you guys may not use a VTube model ever, but that's how you find a niche. You find something you're passionate about. She was passionate about Star Stable and made videos on it, made content, and is growing a YouTube channel. Thorntail or Thorn Scale now, right? Thorn Scale is passionate about tutorials and guides about survival MMOs, or not MMOs, survival games, right? Starlight is a VTuber that's very passionate about art, right? Starlight does amazing art stream. Very, very good art streams, right? You guys should check out Starlight if you haven't already. But she does fantastic art streams, right? She's passionate about art, passionate about drawing, that kind of thing. So that's where you do it. Background music. Lo-Fi Girl is a great source. Stream Beats by Harris Heller and Senpai's Lo-Fi, made by VTuber Senpai himself, also great alternatives. I believe Rayless is working on Lo-Fi as well, free Lo-Fi. So there's a lot of sources for free music for you guys. Did music cover or video streams? They show a cam of an instrument and their model on the side. Yeah, that could be a thing. Yeah. Yeah, Murdoch. Murdoch is another great. He does Gundams. Oh my god. Murdoch's Gundam videos? So good. So good. Legitimately good. Murdoch's videos on Gundams actually got Lewis into Gundam making, buying like Gundam packs and like tools and whatnot. Believe me, it's contagious. Oh, and yeah, Murdoch does make music as well. Yeah, Murdoch does make music. So check out Mr. Murdoch. He is an official YouTube music channel. So, is there any source of music for traditional style music kind of stuff? Kind of want to fit my aesthetic. Oh, I believe Harris Heller's Stream Beats covers a lot of that stuff. But, what we could try doing, if you guys want to DM me, if you guys want to DM me music that is like DMCA free, copyright free, I could try to like formulate a list and go from there. I'm surprised you don't have yours yet. I do have mine. I have an official Senpai's Lo-Fi music channel. I don't have it tied to my main VTubing channel. I have a dedicated Senpai's Lo-Fi music channel that it's completely 100% separate. Yeah, for sure, Vessa. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, please. And if you guys want to send me your own music too, as long as it's DMCA free, copyright free, yeah, for sure. Have you dealt with a lot of hate? So Siren, that is a fantastic question. I've personally not dealt with a lot of hate. I have dealt with, how do I put this one? Okay. Let's talk about the hate that I have dealt with. So there was 2 incidences of hate that I had to deal with. We're going to talk about one specifically. I did a review of animes. So animes is a VTubing application meant for people that are super old, that don't want to learn about VTubing, that are super boomers, that are probably working in some sort of corporation. They're really focused of I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. When animes was face rig, when they were face rigged, they were amazing. They were one of the very first ones out there. They were great. But when they got rid of face rig and they went to animes, that's when they really dipped. Really dipped. And you can see their Steam reviews reflect that. So the hate that I got on my animes video wasn't from people that, how do I put this? The hate that I got from my anime's video was from anime's employees. It was anime's employees that were doing the hate. It really was. It's they were replying to literally every comment that was on my video, and they were trying to like counteract every point I made. What form did the hate come in? So they stated that I was fear mongering, that I was wrong, even though I want to say I was like 95% right. I did get one thing wrong. They stated that I was unfair, so on and so forth. Like they said, they even said, I quote, you did not use the software long enough to give a fair evaluation. I spelled that wrong. I don't care. Don't at me, bro. I don't give shit. I spelled evaluation wrong. I don't care. But they're like, you need to spend more than an hour on oh crap, I swore. Sorry. I spent like they stated you need to spend more than an hour on their software to really get a good feel for it. Like honestly, they actually said that to me. Me of all people. And it was like, no. I'm sorry. It does not take an hour to go through a piece of software that size. Like, honestly, it's not that big of a program. It didn't have a lot of features. It doesn't have a lot of features. It's just a god-awful program for VTubers to use. It really is. But I gave them a fair analysis. I really did. I just didn't like their little schemes that they did. So at the time, you could only stream for 60 minutes at a time. They had a very specific way they wanted you to capture it to OBS. They said, oh, well, you could capture it another way, but they didn't have it in their official methods. It was on a Reddit forum on alternate ways to add face ray to OBS. They claim that they had the best facial tracking, and you know what? They do. They really do have the best facial tracking. For just like a plain Jane webcam, their facial tracking is top notch. For their own avatars. If you add your own avatar to FaceRig, the facial tracking is absolute garbage. It's worse than probably VUP. And VUPs isn't that bad. But it's like their facial tracking is really bad if you're using your own model on it. But if you're using their model, because their models are highly customized, very, very well designed, their facial tracking top notch. It really, really is. Yeah, if you made more than 5K in profits, they took a percentage of your revenue on YouTube and on Twitch. I did not like that at all. It's still in their EULA. They stated that they have the rights to ban you from using their software anytime that they chose to do so. Yeah. So, be fair. If you make more than X, that's not just an anime's thing. That's yeah. No. There are some companies that do that, like Adobe. I know Adobe does something similar like that. But for what anime's offered, I don't really agree with it at all. I really don't agree with it. But there are companies that for sure do that. There's a lot more companies out there that do that. I know for a fact that what's their name? Blender? Is it Blender or is it Unity? I think it's Unity. Is it Unity? I don't know. There's some sort of game developer company that will let you do it 100% free, but if you start making like over profits, X amount of profits, they're charging you through the butt. But that makes sense because they're offering you a giant suite of tools and whatnot, where enemies, you literally could only use X tools. You couldn't be creative with it. You couldn't create things with it. You couldn't do things with it. Whatever was in the software was in the software. You couldn't alter anything. Animes, since my video came out, has made a lot of changes for the better. But you know what's really atrocious about animes? This is what pisses me off about animes. Like, legitimately pisses me off. And you guys can 100% go into their Steam reviews and find it for yourself. I'm going to go full screen. One sec. This is what really drives me nuts about animes. They will reply to every single negative comment. They will tell you why you are wrong in that negative comment. Okay? They will do that. And you know what the cringiest thing that animes will do? I kid you not, chat. I promise you. Again, look at their Steam reviews. You will find this. I promise. You know what they do? They will make response videos with them using a voice changer and their own software. And they will make a response video telling you why you are wrong. Legitimate. I am not making this up. Again, you can find this yourself. They will spend the time and the effort to make a response video. Yeah, for real. For real, of why you're wrong with a voice changer using their own software and their own avatars. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? That's my main gripe with animes right now. Is like, they spend so much time focusing on negative feedback. Right? Instead of just like working on like better avatar integrations or more avatars. It's nuts. And it's funny. There was somebody else, and it's fun. I'm the only one that's ever made a negative animes review video, and they try to promote this other video that oh yeah. I found it immediately. Let me pull it up. So every negative video or negative comment that they do, they're like, literally in their responses, they'll say that that the video that they saw that information from is inaccurate, does not represent the company, blah 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 blah, and they'll promote this person's video every single time. Legitimately. Again, you guys can find this information yourself. Like, and this person makes like pretty good content. They really do. But they drive everybody in their responses to this video. It's redonkulous. It's actually redonkulous. I don't know. I don't know. If you guys decide to provoke them, you don't, Please don't mention me, because I don't want to deal with these guys anymore, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's Sims vibe, yeah. But chat, I think we're gonna call it there for the stream. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It does help me out. Make sure you hit that notification bell, by the way. And yes, enemies is actually that bad. FYI. Vesa, can you send me a link in DMs, please? Or if you want to spam it in chat. So Lessa? No. We'll save the second time for another occasion. Yeah, if you guys can, go check out Lynx. Lynx Necromancer is a fantastic content creator. They deserve a lot of love. Let's do a cross-platform raid to Lynx. Make sure you say hi. Great artist, great person of the community. So please hit the bell icon if you haven't hit that for me already. Join the Discord if you haven't. We have a great community. Let's get it growing even more. I would like to see 3,000 people in the Discord by the end of the year. So if you can, make that dream come true for me. That'd be great. Thank you. And make sure you spread the word of Senpai if you ever, have people or meet people that have questions about VTubing, send them my way, please. So let's go say hi to Lynx. Let's go say hello. Love you all. Have an amazing weekend. See you all on Monday. And yeah, goodbye, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.